For over 30 years, HBCU Image has been more than just an apparel store. We've been a movement, a statement, a legacy. We celebrate the pride, the purpose, and the culture that make historically black colleges and universities legendary. Whether you're a student or a lifelong supporter, our gear lets you wear your HBCU story with confidence and style. Because when you wear HBCU Image, you're not just wearing clothes. You're wearing culture. You're wearing pride. You're wearing purpose. HBCU.
If you've ever told yourself, I want to get into real estate but don't know where to start, here's something just for you. From Friday, July 31st to Sunday, August 2nd, the Learn Real Estate Fast Masterclass is coming to McKenzie Office Park in College Park. You'll learn wholesaling, commercial investing, and how to purchase property with zero money or credit. I can tell you, education and access are everything. This masterclass is designed to give you both. Whether you're brand new or ready to level up, this is where you start making real moves. Enjoy free lunch, free study materials, and receive a certification of completion. So don't wait. Seats are filling fast. Do not sit on the sidelines while others build wealth. Take that first step toward ownership and legacy. Get your tickets now at learnrealestatefast.com or tickpick.com. For more information, call 678-859-3303. Master the market. Build your legacy. Secure your future today.
From cancer care to accidental injuries to cardiac care, we all know that there are times that you can't control what happens in your life. But with Globe Life Family Heritage, you can be prepared to weather the storm when it comes. Call Dr. Beverly Eagle Rogers at 877-300-8269 or visit the website at globelifefamilyheritage.com. With over 25 years of serving communities, Dr. Beverly Eagles Rogers is here to help you and your family through difficult times. Dr. Beverly takes pride in Globe Life being one of the few companies that returns 100% of premiums to clients that stay healthy. So for more information, call.
What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? It's Wednesday, July the 22nd, 2026. Y'all know what it is. It's Random Thoughts with DVP. This is your host, DVP. We're here. Hope we're gonna have a good show. Hopefully my co-host is gonna behave this week, not like they normally act. That's a warning shot, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe they will behave this week. I sincerely doubt it, but you know, a brother can always hope, right? So what we got this week, you know, I think we're gonna have a pretty decent show, but I'm a little biased. I think that most of the time. You know, I'm amazed in this 21st century where 6-year-old kids, 7-year-old kids, homeless people, average Joes, everybody got a smartphone. Everybody got a phone that you can ask it questions and it will give you an answer. A lot of times it will give you the right answer and people will still say the dumbest shit. And they will follow it up by saying, I ain't got to look it up. And no matter what fact you hit them with, they'll act like they know something, they've been somewhere. And unless it's personal, you only know what you heard. Even when you see something, you standing on the outside, you don't know the inside. And it's just amazing how people will become so defensive, so aggressive about something as simple as factual data. And, you know, people will talk about, we can all have a truth that is still personal. You know, I think my mom is the greatest mom. Sherry thinks hers is. Joe thinks his is. Mo thinks. So, you know, that is our personal truth. It's not a world truth. It's just our personal truth. So there's no knocking that. But that personal truth is still based on the feeling. See, as much as I don't like your president, he's still my president too. I'm a fucking citizen of the United States. So whether I like that dude or not, he's the president. There's nothing to argue about that. It amazes me when people say, oh, he ain't my president. Well, it is. If you're on American soil, he is. Yeah, he is. Like it or not, he is. So I don't understand how we can be so adamant, so ignorant to always want to deny a truth based on a feeling. And it's crazy. It's a future show, y'all, so y'all might as well get ready. How this is really prevalent amongst men. Yet, in every conversation, men will holler, "We're more logical than women. We're more logical. Men think with their heads. Men think with their heads." And I always just ask a simple question: so why do you fight? Why do you fight? Everybody who I know who lost a fight said they didn't change their mind after they got their ass kicked. So what's the purpose of a fight? It's not logical. What's the purpose in going to jail to prove a point that nobody's going to buy? It's not logical. But if you try to get men to understand that they're emotional, they want to fight, which is crazy because ain't that an emotion? Ain't that an emotion? So it's like I'm just not getting it. And we're not gonna get into a battle of the sexes, but I said this and I had to say it again. If you hate the opposite sex that bad, just date somebody who look like you. Because clearly a lot of us are undercover gays. I guess that's the best word I can use. Women who hate women, women who hate men, men who hate women. Just date your own kind in. And stop hating and stop dragging down. I was watching TV the other day and the show came on I ain't like, and I thought to myself, now if I was on Facebook, I would complain about how shitty a show this is. But since I'm living real life, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna pick up this little telephone, this little remote control and change the channel. And bam, just like that, the problem was solved. There was no need to get in a tizzy. There was no need to bring my own mood down and fuss about, oh, these shows today ain't nothing. I had an option. I could change the TV. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just saying, sometimes you need to pick up the remote control, change the option. I ain't trying to run y'all off, but if y'all don't like the show, get the fuck on. If you don't like what I say, if you don't like what Sherry say, if you don't like what we say, listen, you can contribute to the conversation or you can have a frosted mug or shut the fuck up and keep moving. I mean, life is just that simple. We don't agree with each other all the time, but we keep coming back and we ain't never disrespectful. So with that being said, because we're going to start the conversation off because y'all got me in trouble last week. And I forgot everybody's nicknames, so we're gonna start giving everybody nicknames because they've been out the chain. So let me go on and introduce my co-hostesses so we can get started. I'm gonna tell Sherry to cut her mic on because Sherry like to come on first and start talking and cut her mic on, 5 seconds later, so we don't miss the good shit. So I'm gonna give her a warning. So Sherry, aka Lucky Charms.
What's going on, DVP?
Hold on, why I don't see you? Oh, there you go. There you go. What's happening with you?
Nothing much. Just, slow motion. Preparing to be gone for 3 weeks and I don't want to be.
Gone where? You on the house arrest or something?
Hell no.
Oh, we just checking it. We want to make sure. We want to get
Nah,
some bail
military
money
duty. I got military duty for 3 weeks. And I hate it. I can't be gone from home for 3 days. After 3 days, I'm ready to go home.
And you're going to be gone for 3 weeks?
3.
Boy, I know these folks ain't going to know how they're going. We might not do the show for 2.5 then, because, boy, we need somebody going on.
No, I should be off by 5. So I should still be able to be on the show.
Oh, that must be that new military where they only work 6 hours a day, but I ain't going to say that.
I'm going to school. It's a class. So we're supposed to get out at 5 o'clock, and where I be staying at is right across the street from the classroom. So
what's up, Star Love? I think that's Star Love QR. How you doing? Where you watching from? What up, Joe? I'm sorry. What's up, Joseph?
Ladies and gentlemen, hello there, Lucky Charms.
Hi, Joseph. How are you?
I'm better now that I see some of my most favorite people.
Okay, you feeling lucky today?
Always.
Okay, all right.
Let me bring on the author who won't sign no books for his friends. What up, Mo?
Mo!
What you talking about, man? I done signed your book. I sent you 3 books, man. What you talking about?
Oh, he must have. What did they come back return sooner? I ain't got them. I just be checking my mail.
I'm just messing with you, man. You right. I be slipping, man. I'm DMX, man. I'm slipping, falling. I can't get up.
That's all right. I'm just gonna come to Arizona to get my shit.
Come on, man. Yeah, we hang out. Come on through, man. But hey, DVP, man, I gotta check you just slightly. This is a small check though. You said men are acting up. males are
Okay.
acting up.
All
Yeah,
right.
yeah, boy,
Yeah,
yeah.
I give you that.
There's a difference.
Yeah. Right.
There
Get your
is
lingo
a
right.
I give
difference.
you that.
Get your lingo right. Anyway, you're right though. You know that's what it is. And then Sherry, you said you said you got to do military duty. Where'd you say you got to do it at?
In Fort Knox.
Oh, okay. I had to do it in Wisconsin one time.
Ooh, what, Fort McCoy?
I don't know where the hell we was, but it was horrible, man. It was nobody. It was none of this up there.
That's Fort McCoy.
None of that up there.
That's Fort McCoy. Yeah, it ain't. I mean, like even on the post, you can go 15 miles one way, 15 miles the other way until you get to something.
Yeah,
you ain't get to
crazy.
Nothing.
Crazy.
And then when you do get, because when I went one year, I went to the post office and I seen this black guy in there, and I said, "Oh, hey!" And I said, "You live here?" He was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Oh wow!" I said, "You the only one I seen look like me." And he started laughing. He said, "It's a lot of us out here." I was like, "Well, I ain't seen them."
They hiding.
Yeah, they can have Wisconsin. I can tell you that.
Hey, bring me a gold bar back when you come back. You know what I'm saying?
A who?
A gold bar.
Oh, a gold bar from what? Fort Knox. Yeah. I ain't going to that Fort Knox.
Damn. All right, well, let us bring the smartest car thief on the planet on, so he can go and get his thing on, like he's stationary today. What up, Mark?
What up, good people? How y'all doing today?
What's going on with y'all?
Mark.
Ain't shit. I'm good. I'm gonna check Mo for a second. Mo, he said it right. Goddamn men and males is the same goddamn thing.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
It's the same damn thing.
No, it's not. DVP, no,
Watch
it's not.
this.
Too.
Watch this. It's the same, because what you define as a man, probably all 4 or 5 of us on here something different. So it's a goddamn man, some goddamn where somebody believe that person is a man. Y'all can't change it. Man is man.
I just had this conversation with my nephew and it hurt his feelings because he felt like I said he wasn't a man, which I didn't say you ain't a man, but what I did say was a man will at least have moved in his own place and had his own mortgage or rent. You ain't never did that. You've been living from woman to woman, and when they put you out, you go to your dad's house or your mama's house.
Oh my goodness!
I said
you just chose the wrong woman.
I said a man got somewhere to stay. I said a man. If your daughter and her kids didn't have nowhere to stay, a man would have somewhere to house his daughter and his grandkids. I said, hey. He got in his feelings because he told my mama that, basically I told him he wasn't a man. I didn't say he wasn't a man. I just said what a man is. He deciphered from that he wasn't one. So I mean, hey, what?
That's just what you think as a man. He just chose the wrong woman. That's all.
He's a male.
He's a man. You can't take that away from him. That's just your definition. That's your definition. And everybody got their own definition.
That's the one I loaned. I ain't loaned. I gave him $50, and then he gonna write in a text telling me, you gave me that little money. It wasn't little when you asked for it.
It was a $50 bill is little. It ain't that big.
It's big when you ain't got it and you got to give it to somebody else.
Joseph, you the smartest one. What's the size of a dollar bill? What it is? 8 inches by 4. What it is, about 8 inches by 4? That's still small.
Let me
Well, give me
explain
$50 then, Mark. How about that?
That's all you need, 50.
Yep.
Hey, Mark, I'm not going to mess with Lucky Charms this early in the conversation. So that's number one.
No, man.
Yeah. Second thing is, they are correct. There are certain standards that you have to meet to be considered one or the other. Now, are they synonymous? At times. But are they mutually exclusive? No. How's that?
No, it just depends on everybody's definition. Because by her definition, and what she said, I heard your question. What she said is because he moved in with a woman.
That ain't what I said.
No,
See,
no.
listen, right now you
You
being a
said
male.
he moved in with a
Right
woman
now,
and she put him
right
out.
now you
And she
being a
put him out.
male.
Fuck that. He
Because you
just
don't
chose the
even
wrong
listen.
woman. You don't define what I is.
You
And
being a male
that's
right now,
people
and I
problem.
want my $50.
That's people problem. They spend too much time trying to define what somebody else is. Your thoughts don't define other people.
So we're gonna as a matter of
Your,
fact, you know,
what
we're
your
gonna, we gonna do
actions do.
we
What
we're
your
gonna do that
actions
one.
No,
do.
no.
Mark, put
Yeah,
that
they
one down.
do.
We're
Your
gonna
actions
do that show in
decide
2
whether.
weeks.
Hold on. Let me just say this, and I'll be quiet. Your actions decide whether you are a man or a man child. Can you be a man and be man-like, or can you be a man and be childlike? And I will tell you, you can be a man in a child mind. So, that's up to you how you wish to be categorized. But if you go to certain places and don't act like a man, they will treat you like what you are. You can't go to certain restaurants and act like a child or a boy. You got to act like a man.
So
Be
That's right,
you
Joseph.
at all times and don't worry about what somebody else think about you. I'm a
I ain't got
man
no argument.
at all
I ain't got no argument with that
times.
either. I ain't arguing with that one.
And don't worry about what somebody say to belittle you. You ain't a man. You a male. Damn it. I'm a man at all times.
Why you
put it
shaking
on
your
your
head
calendar,
like a
Mark. We're gonna
muppet?
talk about that in 2 weeks.
In
All
2
right.
weeks.
Definition of a man. That's on the next. That's the next talk we're gonna have.
Yeah, connect. I don't know what the plan is for next week. So, but anyway, I got a phone call. Somebody who's upset about the barbecue.
What
So
barbecue?
they told me that y'all missed the boat because she said she cooks. She tell people not to bring a plate. At the last cookout that she cooked enough. That they got plenty of liquor. They just tell everybody to show up. She said, but what happened is at the end of the event, when she looked up, her family, which includes her dude, and 2 kids, wasn't no food for them after that, wasn't no food for them the next day. So she wanted to know who in the hell telling these people they can take something without asking. It shouldn't just be a given that you can just take food, even if you bring something. Because she says she explicitly tells people not to bring anything because she got everything that they need. Because she said she appreciate me offering money because most people who host one spend more money. But she's like, yeah, people shouldn't be taking no food without permission from the hosts or the hostess. So what y'all got to say?
I agree. If they're providing all of the food, you shouldn't be taking nothing without asking. Even if you bring something, I still feel you should ask. That's just my opinion.
I do believe I'm agreeing. I do believe you should ask.
What?
Is it
Y'all.
okay if you
Hold
take
on,
place?
pause. Freeze, everybody.
This 2 weeks in a row. This is why we ain't having no show next week.
I'm just returning the favor from you agreeing last week. I'm gonna argue on some other points today, not this. But yeah, you should ask before you start fixing a to-go plate.
So even if you bring something other than being able to take your own plate back home, you should always ask.
Always.
Because we agree that if you bring liquor or whatever the drink, it stays there.
How about you make this? Well, how about you make this? Don't assume that you can take some. How about that?
I'm always gonna assume I can take a plate if I'm at family and close friends' house.
Look, you bring your little happy butt back into Chicago. We can go have a conversation, man.
We're gonna do it at the gun range.
We could.
That makes sense.
Well, and you're right. She should have kept some food to the side. But how you keep food to the side? Because you can only be in so many places. So when you put food to the side, you got people walking around your house. Unless you hide it in a bedroom or somewhere, they're gonna still find it. Like
you put that shit in your refrigerator.
No, you could have before, like when you first cook, like what I typically do, if I'm providing everything, if I know that I might want some later or the next day, I put mine aside and put it in the refrigerator and then put the food out. That way I know I got me some, because sometimes I be hosting and moving around. I don't even have a chance to eat. So let me put mine aside before I feed everybody else.
It's like where you put it to the side at, because like I say, everybody going through, you can only be so many places. And And she was like, she had a party one time, and they invited a friend, and she said like when she does her, she usually have big events because they plan to eat for a few days. And one of the neighbors said, "Hey, can we bring a couple?" And she was like, "Hey, okay, whatever." And she asked her this on the Tuesday, event on the Saturday. She said by the time Friday got, the lady wanted to bring 2-3 couples. Now she brought the lady who asked brought some more food, but she said what she ended up doing, the lady ended up bringing 10 extra people. She brought enough food for them now, but she was like, she don't like this where people start inviting other people. If you bring you and whoever your plus one is or whatever, that's kind of understood. But it's like, even if you got 4 or 5 kids, or they invited to the picnic too, and I said, hey, y'all come to the picnic, should we start asking for numbers? How many people you bringing? And hold you to that, like a wedding?
Well,
I always ask how many you bringing anyway. So if
I'm going to a cookout Saturday, and I tell them I'm bringing 5.
If you tell me you bringing somebody, I'm gonna say how many you bringing, who you bringing.
I'm taking 5 people. I ain't taking nothing but 2 cakes. Is that fair?
Oh man,
that go in that like a relationship.
Is that fair? I mean, I'm taking 5 people. I'm gonna take 2 cakes.
She just rocking her head. She ain't even gonna say nothing.
I don't feel like arguing with Mark today.
She coming in peace.
Boy. Just wait the next week. Next week, I'm gonna be on one. I'm gonna be on one next week.
You always.
Whenever we talk about these men and women, I'm gonna drink me a bull and some boom phone.
Somebody come get it.
I'm coming to the show ready for war.
Oh man.
Ooh, y'all something special. All right. So I don't know which one of y'all put me. I know me and Joe talked about this before. We're gonna get into law enforcement discipline. And I'm gonna say this so we don't have to go a lot into detail. Again, it's a perception thing. Black people tend to want to feel good, even if what they want to make them feel good is the worst thing for them, because they love the word. And I've seen this happen 2 times, I know, in Atlanta in the past 2 years. They love to see cops fired on the spot. And the rules won't allow you to fire cops on the spot. And everybody knows this, except the free world people. Because what ends up happening when you fire them without a hearing, because it's 2 people who got a great union. Cops, LGBTQ. You ain't finna fuck them over. When you fire a cop without due process and without putting them on administrative leave, trust and believe, they gonna get a check. They're gonna get their check for being suspended. They're gonna get the check for the times they missed. And most times they're gonna get their job back. And quite a few times they're gonna get a promotion. We love to see them get fired, and we don't ever hear the aftermath, but a lot of them get hired back with promotions. And like I said, Joe was in true management, so he can tell you a lot more about this. But we gotta stop responding emotionally and wanting their job. You want justice, and their job is not justice. Their job is actually a way to boost their pay raise, to get them a pay raise, and you not even know it. What were you saying, Joe?
You left one group out. One of the most powerful unions is the firefighters. That's why the firefighters across this country, police actually pattern their contracts with Me Too clauses. New York, Chicago, LA. Most of the police contracts follow the footsteps of the fire, because the firemen don't have fraternal unions. They have unions. You got real labor unions, as opposed to these quasi hybrids. FOP is not a true labor union. It's morphed into something, but it ain't like the Teamsters, and the firemen are Teamsters. They don't play.
So whenever y'all got something with cops, ladies and gentlemen, please stop asking for them to be fired on the spot. It costs taxpayers money. Always has, always will. Because you just can't fire them like that. Even if it's on video, you still gotta, and I tell people, the first thing you want to do is put them on administrative leave. Let them use up their time while you're investigating the process. Because while on administrative leave, now they can still take your badge. They can still take all your stuff, but you get paid.
Right.
And you're not getting paid the citizens' money. They're actually getting paid off whatever time they got. So let's just say I were to get suspended with pay, which y'all hate. But it's my time I done earned. If I don't have but 100 hours of lead time, when that 100 hours of lead time, guess what? when it's up. I stopped getting paid, but it ain't got nothing to do with this thing. It's not. I just don't have time. So now if something happens, if I get found innocent or exonerated, I can get that back. But the first suspension I go on, it should always be paid leave. It should always be paid leave. Let me burn all my time. Let me burn my sick time, my vacation time, comp time, whatever it is. That way, if it's legit, when I get fired, I don't get all that back. And if I like I said, if I don't get fired, it's unfair treatment that caused me to miss out on promotional exams. So now you don't cost me the chance for a promotion. You don't ruin my reputation. People looking at me like this, because you fired me. Whereas if you'd just put me on suspension, I wouldn't have had that black flag. So, people always say, why they didn't do this? Because that ain't how it worked. It's no different than, and I'm not here to judge good cops or bad cops right now, but it's how come a cop can't arrest you and send you straight to prison. You still got due process. You may go to jail and you hate it because you ain't got a bond, but it's still rules that they got to go by. It's still rules they got to go by. It's akin to the same reason, and I hate to use this, but it is. Your job can't fire you for being on jury duty. They can't. I don't care what your position is. Once you're on jury duty, you become protected. Now they may make it hard for you to come back, but if they fire you, please believe if you ever get fired for being on jury duty, you're gonna get your job back with a little something. So I just want to get over that one because I figure that's a quick look. Y'all got any questions or comments about that? I figure that's a quick one that we going to get it out the way.
Let me add one thing to that. Always look at when, particularly in law enforcement, if a person resigns or gets fired, because that also puts them into two other different categories. If you resign, they can never tell, that department can never tell why you resign. However, if you get fired, they can tell you all the reasons why and reveal your disciplinary history. Under resignation, they can't do that.
Right. And we talked about this is how cops can move from one organization to the other organization because they resign. Now,
correct.
Like here, I know it's a couple of agencies that are here that when you resign, and I never knew you could do this, but they won't accept your resignation because they're going to fire you. And one even has a designation, and it'll say resigned in lieu of termination. So they put that on there, even though they still can't tell what happened. When they call and ask, hey, what about this person? All they can really say is, yeah, he resigned in lieu of termination. They can't say what was going on, but like I said, that's how so many officers switch departments, and they can legally do it because there's no centralized post. We have police officer standards and training. There's no centralized post where you can follow what's going on with these people, because post will give you everything. But once I resign, my post stuff ends for that agency. So that's just one of them things. Like I said, and get with Mo when he starts doing his stuff, because Mo is the one who brought a lot of this up when he sent me his book, and I was trying to explain to him how and why it's so hard to discipline cops, because we want the emotional response as opposed to a response that will actually make everybody a whole lot safer, because bad cops will just keep bouncing from agency to agency because there's no way to track them if they're allowed to resign. Mo, Mark, y'all got any questions?
Nah, y'all specific and straight to the point on that one. I understand.
All right. So I still ain't figured out how to play videos and
Yeah.
Roy didn't
You had 7 days to figure that out.
Well, since you posted it, you should have figured it out, bro.
Hey, what I'm looking at, I see the show. It say DVP. It don't say with Mark.
It say and this one even say friends, so you probably thought that wasn't you.
I don't even see friends. I see random thoughts with DVP.
So anyway, I'm gonna act like I don't even see this. Is why you
Next week. Get out your feelings, you emotional, whatever you said in your monologue, you emotional rascal. Your feelings.
Where's that mute button? Where's it?
I know, right?
Sherry, don't co-sign, Sherry. Don't do that.
See, you know what? See, I'm learning how to do this. I'm learning. Just take them off the screen. Take them off the screen. I'm gonna abuse my authority. What was that?
Cartman.
What was that? Yeah. What was the name of the show?
South Park.
South Park.
South Park.
South Park.
All right.
You
So
killed DVP, you bastard.
why is it? And Frank Skeeter thing, and I don't know if I can play it because I don't know how to share my screen yet. But why is it so expensive to support black clubs, or in my word, even a lot of black businesses? Why is it so expensive? And we're expected to do this. I think that was when you brought up, right, Mark? You put that video in there, right?
Yeah, it's what I brought up. Is you want to, and you're right. It's not just the nightlife here, but supporting black businesses it costs you a little bit more,
A
and
little
you
bit.
want to support. Yeah, it costs you a little bit more. It just depends on, and I'm talking about businesses as a whole.
No,
Nightlife.
Mark, I don't think you understand. Joe was saying a little bit because it's a lot more. It's not a little bit more.
No, I'm saying in the nightlife. In
I
other
know.
aspects of black businesses, it may be just a little bit more.
No,
But
it's
in
not.
the nightlife,
It's a lot more.
little
We're talking about it.
more.
It's
Okay.
a lot. It's a lot
Okay,
more.
Mo.
Okay.
You and Joe Mo, Lil Mo, and Lil Joe Mo.
That's Joseph.
Joseph. But the thing is, yes. And one of the things is that I noticed that in our community, regardless of the size of the party, one person is an automatic gratuity. I think it's bullshit. I think I should have to pay to park in your parking lot. That's bullshit. It's just you're gonna be overcharged. Your drinks. Now you want to pay a regular drink, $10, $12. You go to black establishment, now your drink is $20 and up. Why?
And like
Mark,
he said,
let me
Frank
interrupt
Ski
you for
said
a
that
quick
it was
second.
okay.
And,
go ahead.
and I heard this during the World Cup. A lot of these vendors were pissed because all these foreigners who came over, they were not tipping because they don't tip in their country. And these people were pissed off that these foreigners were not tipping, but they don't tip in other countries. And it was a couple of incidents downtown where something broke out because these people like, hey, what a tip at? And they looking at the ticket and they see automatic gratuity. And these Mexicans in other places, they weren't having that shit. They was like, hey, man, get your job that pay a living wage. Demand that the people who hire you pay a living wage, but we don't do this tipping. And I was like, damn. But it was a big deal at about 3 or 4 places during this World Cup thing. Because overseas, they don't tip. I just wanted to say that while I was thinking about it. Because a lot of these places were black businesses where because, again, white restaurants tend to pay a little bit better than black restaurants. But go ahead. I'm sorry. I thought about it. I wanted to just put that in there.
Now let me follow that up before we get into the discussion, because I went when I was working, I had a job where I was flying international, and I was in Italy. When I was in Italy, me and my wife, I brought my wife with me. We was in Italy. We went to the restaurant, sat down, nice restaurant, had some good food, and I'm outside of America, but I put a tip on the table. Man, you should have seen how that was looking. It was the weirdest thing I ever seen in my life, man. They were looking at us like we was strange as hell. Like, why you leaving that money? Or, that's kind of the vibe I got was, why you leaving the money? In fact, one of the servers came over and said, hey, is everything okay? Weird, right? I was just like, yo, I don't understand what's going on. But only thing I could think of was because I left a tip. It's kind of ass backward, ain't it? But same thing happened when I was in because I traveled a lot, man. I was in Italy, I was in Switzerland, all those places. It's US, man. It's the only one that do that bullshit, that tipping bullshit. But anyway.
But it's like, why is it that black businesses charge so much more, and then they almost try to shame you into it, like your family ain't got to eat while you support them and their family. I tell the story often that I had a associate who opened up a bookstore, and it's on the wrong side of town. It's in Lawrenceville. Well, from where I live, Lawrenceville is almost a 2-hour drive. So he want me to come buy this book. Out here, the book is $9. In his store, the book is $27. So you want me to pay $27 for a $9 book, plus I'm gonna have to do a 4.5-hour drive back and forth, to support your black business. And it's so crazy. Buddy said he would mail it to me for an additional $5. And I'm thinking, really, dude? Oh man, I can't be as low as the other people. Dude, that means you got a bad business plan. But you want me to support your family because I don't knock no small business. I got one. I think Mark said he got one. Mo probably had one. Most time you got a small business, you hiring family. You ain't supporting a whole lot of other people. So you want me to support you and your family and spend, 3 times as much as I would. Like me and my people ain't got to eat. And it's like, dude, that to me, that is just insane. And then you want to act like, because I'm like, well, shit, why don't you hire my security company then? Let's watch each other's back. You hire my security company, I'll buy your book.
So,
we don't need security.
look.
I don't need your book. I mean, truth be told, I don't need your book. But shit, I'm trying to support you, but you ain't giving me no reason to support you.
Nah, DVP, you're right, man. There should be a share pool because here's the thing. I got a whole blueprint for this. The reason why that business is high, I'm gonna just go through this blueprint right here because I already had this. We had a small business, and I had to think about this, and I thought it out, and I figured out exactly why most of the time Black businesses are more expensive than those established, legacy businesses that most white folks have. And it's a design, and it's not going to change because of this until I think part of the key is Black farmers. That's part of the key. So here's the thing. If we just go through the business pipeline, right, you can see where the costs come from. First, there's manufacturing. What Black people own manufacturing? Okay, let's keep going. Then there's delivery. Where's your Black trucking company? Okay, we still got money coming in, right? Then we got product costs. When they buy the product, who they buying the product from? They're not buying it from Black people, right? Then you got rent. Who you renting the space from? I guarantee you're not renting it from Black people. And so there's a whole pipeline that is involved in the cost of the final product. So guess what? Now I got to charge you more. If I want to stay in business, I got to charge. I don't have a choice. I got to charge you more. And that's go ahead.
And this is why I'm gonna disagree with that. Well, how do the Asians do it?
Because that's but hold on. So the answer to that is that they've been given favorable treatment by our society. They've been given favorable treatment. Why the hell ain't no Black town? Why you got a Chinatown? Where the fuck? Oh, where the hell's the Black town at?
It's in the hood. The Black town is in the hood.
No, it's not. You know it's not, Mark. Where's the menu?
That's where it's at.
Listen, there's real Chinatowns, bro. You go into Chinatown, and it's like a whole different damn country. All right, we don't have no Black towns, so they get the benefit of isolation, and so they can kind of manufacture. They have their own kind of economy within Chinatown. So it's not the same thing. It's not one for one. It's not apples to apples, even though they are on American soil. That's by design, though. That's by design. But anyway, I'm
gonna have to agree with Mark on this. I mean, they gave us some land. They gave us the shittiest of land, but they called them projects, and we proceeded to tear that up. When you go to Chinatown, when you go to another town, them people take pride in their stuff. What's the first thing you notice when you know you're in a Black neighborhood? We don't want to cut grass. We don't take pride. We as a rule don't take pride in what we do, which is why you up it in Negroes. The first thing y'all do is move out. Y'all want to go somewhere else because of who you with. They don't take pride in what they got. So we've had Black towns, we've had Black neighborhoods, and we know what happened. Because most of us don't want to stay in one because we know what our people do. We know what they tend to do. So to say that we don't have one, because the Asians, they setting up businesses in Black neighborhoods.
That's by design. That's what
why we can't set up a business in the Black neighborhood. When I met with the 5 dope boys over in the hood, when I'm trying to get them to understand, hey man, y'all dealing in the cash business. I know how much some of y'all got because I've done my research. Them same abandoned buildings over there, you could buy a grocery store and turn it into capital and become legit. But you'd rather let the Asians go do it because Bank of America, Chase, whoever, they want to check your credit. They're going to want to do all of that. But guess what? If you tell them that you got $50,000 in cash you're going to put in the account, you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna give you a business loan. So if you get 3 of these dudes together and they put all their money together and they do this, they're gonna do the same thing. But where's our pride? Where's our pride when it comes to standing up for each other? And Joe can tell you this as a police: go into Chinatown and see how much pool you got. Because if they don't help you, you ain't getting shit done. You're not getting shit done. You're not getting shit done in the Indian neighborhoods. You're not getting nothing done without their approval. We don't have that. We don't have the same thing. And when we set up a business plan, which is on us, and you can't set up a business plan and depend on other people to support you if you're outpricing the product. The reason we will go to some corner stores where the price is marked up, it ain't crazy marked up. You know, the Arizona at Walmart costs $1, but at the corner store it's $1.40. So I ain't for that 40 cents. It's gonna cost me $1, catch the bus to go to the Walmart or whatever. We can do that, but let them start charging $3.50 for the Arizona and see what happens. They're gonna start leaving the dollar store, but we can't keep setting a bad business plan and expecting the less fortunate to keep supporting our bad habits.
Let me just say this.
Joe?
Yeah,
Oh, go ahead, Joe.
breaking up. But that's where history plays a significant part. But if you look at how these societies come about and how they came against us. So if we look at redlining, which was an invention of our government, and then if you start talking about historical significance of how these families stay together, we don't have the benefit of what they are taught. You have not had the benefit of being taught that your people will support you, much less do you have the benefit of trusting your people. So there's, when you look at the story of, pull yourself up by the bootstrap, well, that's all well and good if you got boots in the first place. So the historical significance of what has been done to us comes into play. And again, we can't move until we deal with some of that past BS. And that's just a fact. See, everybody you just named, the Asians, which are actually Chinese and Indian, because they are Asian, believe it or not, have the benefit of having their families not broken up through centuries of whatever. So they come here with the idea that we can coexist and we will put all our money together and keep going. And anybody that doubts that's a fool.
It's like what Yolanda said. It's like with the Asian, they'll have 10, 15 people living in one house, and they'll support that family's business, move them out. Now they got a business, and now, it's the more people that come in, they set each other up in a business, and once they become successful, they just, they move out. And they just keep doing it. But black people don't do that. Put 10 black people in the house together.
So let me say
you can say that. Let me go ahead, Mo.
Oh no. So I was just gonna say, there's no one answer, right? But let me just add this, that historically, like Joe said, historically, you got to look at historically, because all of this stuff started a long time ago. And so historically, Asians are a stopgap to subjugate and suppress black people. White people put them in place. Don't believe me? Do your history, look it up, read it, do whatever. But that's the point. That's part of the reasoning why. It's not the whole reasoning. I'm not saying, black people can't, some black people slough and don't get stuff done. But that is the basis of why we've been put back so far for so long. That's the basis.
Well, I'm going to say this about it when it comes to people. Yes, they do set up businesses and put their family in place and all of those things. But then you got to understand, everybody don't want to do that particular job in that particular business. And at some point, you got to let people live their lives. In those communities, all kind of seem like they stuck. They have no choice. And you see a lot of times that I got to do this. I got to be in this family business because this is what they want. But I want to do this. But they can't. So it's okay for our people to be able to make decisions and not go into the family business and do their own thing. It's not a bad thing.
So it depends on what you're talking about, Mark, because if you're looking at it on a global scale, it's horrible. Because we fought, you're going right back into the rat trap. If you don't pool your resources, if black people don't pool their resources, we're not gonna get nowhere. You might have some individual accolades. You know, we got all these 1%ers running around with all this money. They're not doing nothing for everybody else, and we can't expect them. But they're not going to, and that's the same, you know, process that we talking about right here. Is everybody do for themselves? You know, if you get
Go ahead, Mo. Finish, Mo. No, I'm sorry, Mo.
I was just gonna say, if you don't have a pass down, if you don't have a system in place so that, you know, we can get out of this hellhole, it's the same thing over and over. It's gonna keep being repeated.
But here's the thing, Yolanda. I see what you're saying. We keep saying that we're behind. Individuals are behind. I ain't behind shit. I am comfortable with the life that I chose. I am comfortable with the life I live. I ain't behind a motherfucking thing. And I'm not cussing at you, Elon, but I'm not behind. I'm on track to live the comfortable life that I chose. I'm sorry, that I decided to live. The thing was, in my early years, I was trying to catch up to some shit that I didn't know I was behind. Because it was taught to me, oh, you behind. So I'm doing all these things trying to catch up, and I'm missing life. Now that I understand where I am, and I'm comfortable with where I am, I ain't behind nobody. And I live a comfortable life, and I'm happy. And it's peaceful. And I'm not in the rat race trying to catch somebody that I don't even know who the fuck I'm chasing.
Well, and I think before we get too far to the left, the question, even with all these obstacles, at some point, why should I feel obligated to pay 3 times more than market value to help support black business that 9 times out of 10, and I hear what y'all saying, but they not helping me out, because if I pay that added expense, it's taken from my household. So now I'm gonna spend $16 extra, especially in today's market. If I ain't got it, but I'm gonna support a small business that really ain't supporting me. So I'm gonna go back to when we need to have a successful business plan. Or you raise your hand to talk, Roy. You raise your hand because he raised his hand like we in class. Ain't that some cute shit? What's up, RM Euro 83? Go ahead, Roy.
Actually, can y'all hear me? My mic has been messing up all day. Y'all can hear me? Okay. So, yeah, you know, as a black business owner support, actually, we launched a new black business directory here on the network that comes out, National Business Directory, calling it the evolution of the Green Book. I know my educated folks here, folks at least have heard of the Green Book, know what it is. You know, our, and when I'm using the term our, I'm talking about us as black people. I think one of the things that we have to realize, our experience in this country has been different from everybody else. Because when the Chinese, Asians, whatever you want to call it, came over here, guess what? It was other Asians that sent them over here. They were able to stay and keep them in their areas. They kept their community. They kept their culture. They kept everything that was them before they got here as who they were when they were here. That's why, to the point that Darren made, you have Chinatown. That's not a mistake. Even with the Hispanics that we have, you have those areas. I mean, yeah, I'm from Miami, little Havana. You know, you have those areas. And it works with even some areas, some groups, some black groups from out of state. Because in Miami, they got Little Haiti. You go to Little Haiti, that's all you're gonna see. Everything in Patois, Creole, whatever it is, whichever one of the languages they speak, all the signs, all the restaurant, everything. But that was the difference with Black Americans. We were stripped of everything as a group and then told who we were that was supposed to be a lesser than thing from these other people. Now, to Mark's point, everybody didn't stay in the matrix. Everybody didn't stay asleep. You got people who made decisions and everything. But the unfortunate reality that a lot of people don't like to hear, even as you get to the point where you've succeeded and you've gotten to another level, the reality is you're one incident away from being that nigga again for somebody else. Because it doesn't matter what you to the most part for most of your life, yes, you can control your decision, what happens to you, and do the things that you want to do, Mark, like you said, to live your life the way that you want to. But all it takes is one day for Billy Bob, police officer, to have a bad day. When you roll up and you become all of a sudden that uppity Negro because your question to him was like, officer, why are you stopping me? You know, other races don't have that issue because the other part of it that they have that we don't have the advantage of is that they can actually assimilate to the dominant culture. Because usually after 3 generations, really it's 2 generations of mixing, when you take Asians or Hispanics, if they mix with white people, they start looking more white. The children from one generation to the next look more white. That don't happen with us. You mess around and get 3 generations in with a black person and a white person, and the first generation look a little bit white, look mixed. Second generation look a little bit more white. That third baby come out and be dark as chocolate. They be like, who's and that's because it's genetics. You're normally not going to get more, the black gene not going to be recessive more than two times in a family tree. And you have that. So we've got to realize that all that psychological stuff is real for us. And it's something that we've got to deal with, and we've got to accept it and then walk past dealing with it. I mean, walk through dealing with it because we don't want to deal with that stuff. Just like white folks don't want to talk about racism, we don't want to talk about the real trauma and all the issues that are genetically and emotionally embedded in a lot of us. So, I mean, you got to do that because we just, and I'm gonna tell you, Darren, I'm gonna answer the question because I saw the Frank Ski video. I thought that's the one you really wanted to get into.
Yeah, because I want you to go ahead and play it because I think we've been now you want me to play it. But if a black person can open up a business, then what barriers are we talking about? Why is this stuff still so expensive? I mean, we going.
No. See, Darren, that's my point. So that's what I'm saying. It was 2 different discussions. That's why I don't know exactly what your discussion was. Because I saw in the video, I understood what you were saying from that.
Yeah.
But I'm not talking about the barriers. Like I said, you can do it. We can do things, but even the whole trust each other is a problem for us because we've been told that black people don't know what they're doing. We've been told that black people are trifling. We've been told that everybody black sit there and want to charge you way too much for what they do. So hold on, I'm about to play this Frank Ski video for you. I gotta pull up the other one.
Hey, why are you doing that?
Is it we've been told or we've experienced it? Because I would disagree.
It's both.
Most of us have experienced it, and we don't want to do. I mean, we try to do business for black people, but then once we see the shitty treatment, it's like, and you had said this before. Sometimes we can tell the black owner what we didn't like, or sometimes we just won't go back. Because the best way to judge a happy customer is whether or not they return, not whether or not they complain. Because a lot of people won't complain; they just won't return. And if what you asking me costs too much, I just ain't finna come back because this is your shit. I can't tell you how to run your shit. Okay, we're gonna listen to the Frank Ski video right quick.
All right, hold up, please.
Speaking, let me hit it right on the head. Why is it so expensive to support black-owned nightlife? Friday night, I had a free Friday night. I wanted to go see one of my favorite DJs who was DJing early. So I go to this club. Soon as I pulled up, $20 to valet. Why? Nobody was there. You got your own parking lot. Why am I paying $20 to park on your parking lot if I'm spending money in your business? Another one. I get to the door, $20. Nobody's there. I go in, it's like 30 people. $20 to get in. I'm $40 in. I go to the bar. I order me an old fashioned. And guess what? Guess how much it costs? You already guessed it. $20 plus a 20% gratuity and taxes. I'm $25. I'm $65 in before anything happens. I sit at the bar. By the end of the time I was there, another old fashioned and an appetizer. And guess what? I'm over $100. Who can afford to do this several nights a week or even every weekend? Imagine if I was with my wife. Over $200? I don't get it. But here's the funny part. The very next night, one of my white friends had their birthday toast. I went to the bar they were at. Guess what? I get to the place, same style, same everything. Guess what? How much was it to park? $0. They had their own parking lot. There was no valet. I get to the door. Guess how much it cost me to get in? $0. No money. I go to the bar, ordered the same old fashioned. Guess how much it was? $8. $8. Why is a black-owned establishment or a black-owned business, why do we charge our folks so much money? I go out to a regular place to get lamb chops. Guess what? It's $20, $19. Lamb chop appetizer. I go to the black club, $40, $45. For what? I'm trying to understand. Why are we taxing our people so much? Is it really that much more expensive to throw a black party than a white party? I don't get it. Birmingham, Houston, Miami, New York, LA, same thing. I don't get it. Why are we taxing black people so much to go out and have a good time? And listen, if you agree with me, tell me in the comments. If you disagree with me, tell me in the comments. Send this out to your promoter friends. Send this out to your owner friends, restaurant owner friends. Y'all help me out. Why are we taxing our people so much? I know auto gratuity, that's a whole nother subject because I still don't understand that. But hey, I get it. I'm Frank Ski and I don't understand, frankly speaking.
Hey, Frank's off. 100% disagree with
hold on. Before you say anything, I got to say something first because I got to give somebody their props. Darren, I don't know if you remember Shelley Winter?
Yeah.
So I'm going to tell you something that's funny as all get out. Frank Ski took that entire situation from Shelley. Shelley did that whole thing. And now, for those of you who look up Shelley Winter, Shelley, I think, Winter. He's actually a brother who's a conservative black radio talk show host here in Atlanta. But I know Shelley personally. Shelley's still a brother. He's a conservative, but he a brother. And he did that, Darren, but I tell you, he did the exact same thing. Went through the thing about the club and then went to the thing where he went out with his white friends and he did literally the same thing. So, but that's the club, y'all. Black people, we don't even want to be somewhere if we not being charged money, being overcharged for it, because we want to look like we balling. And I'm saying we because Darren, first off, you know that ain't me at all. Because see, I was a bartender and I'm not gonna pay $90 for a $20 bottle of liquor just because you put it behind the little rope. That's just dumb. But we want to be seen. We want to be seen balling. We want to be seen popping bottles. And the club promoters know that if they put you behind a little rope, that you're going to do that. And you're going to spin it because you want everybody to think you somebody important.
It's a velvet rope, Roy. It's a nice velvet rope, Roy. You got to pay to get behind the velvet rope. Hey, go ahead. Go ahead,
Mo. Go ahead, Mo. I know you'll forget. Go ahead.
Nah, I got it written down, man. So I'm good.
And the thing about it is, yes, we do want to be seen. I'm sorry. For certain people want to be seen.
Right.
But to the average people that just want to go out, have a drink, get a bite to eat, it don't serve a purpose for us. We're gonna be one and done. Because I gotta come out, I ball on the budget. So if I'm gonna go out, all right, my meal shouldn't be no more than $15, $20. My drink shouldn't be no more than $10, $15. And now I go ahead and I'm looking at my bill at $80, like, oh shit, I'm not coming back. And the slickest thing that they do is, which your server is, they automatically put your gratuity in. And then when they use, especially with the handheld, they ship the handheld all the way to where the gratuity is there. So now you accidentally done tip them twice. And then you sign. But that's another thing that I only see in our community. And it's bad because like I say, I go out, I want to ball on the budget. I'm not trying to, and once I see pay for parking, I'm gonna pull off. I'm not paying to park in your parking lot. You know, I don't want to be VIP. I don't want to be seen. I just want to vibe a little bit, get a drink or two, and leave. And not have to figure out how I'm gonna pay rent next week.
Yeah, so I was just gonna say, you know, part of this, there's some historical context to it because y'all know I live out here in Arizona. The
Uh-huh.
richest place in Arizona is Scottsdale. Guess where the cheapest place you could go to eat is?
Scottsdale.
All right, somebody make some goddamn sense of that. I understand why that's the case, but you got to think about it, because how is it that that's the richest place in Arizona and it's the cheapest place you can eat? Because there's historical context associated with it. When you get into these businesses where you got a whole pipeline that's costing you money, and you're gonna do this new startup business, and you got this pipeline that's gonna cost you money. You got to get product to you. You got to get rent. You got to pay people to come work for you. All this stuff is all startup stuff instead of it being legacy. When you have a legacy business, totally different than a startup business. So the business model and the money and everything you got to charge is different. These people are trying to get, I'm not the one that's saying whether it's right or wrong, but they're trying to break even, most of them, when they charge all this. So DP is asking, why do you got charged for parking? Why you got charged for this or that? Well, they probably renting those places. They don't own them. It's not a legacy business. And so guess what? They getting charged too. So it's a waterfall thing. What'd you say, Roy? It's not?
No, sir. Especially not here in Atlanta. Not at all. Not
Black
at
people
all.
own.
I'm telling you, it's just cats. They know that people gonna pay it, because that's Atlanta is the biggest image city I have ever seen in my entire life. As long as you look like you doing something, people gonna be falling all over you. Dudes riding around in Benzes, the BMWs, ain't got no furniture in their 1-bedroom apartment. I mean, the first time my homegirl came, she told me that I about died laughing. You know, because it's rampant with the men, because that's who, you know, look, women, we just there, you know how I say women run the world. We just sitting here just playing our part in it. Because we do 90% of what most men do, they do for the attention of women. And we just in Atlanta, them business spend that money. Like I've had 2 places that I found out that actually stopped doing the gratuity, the automatic gratuity, because that's, like he said, that's ridiculous here in Atlanta. And once they started doing it, the service got so bad because people did, like Mark said, people didn't even know it was there. They had to, because I think they actually had to do a law in the city that you have to now post so that people can see that you charge automatic gratuity, because so many people started complaining they didn't know it. And like I said, the service got bad. These businesses know that they can just get away with it because of where we are in this city. I don't know, because I'll tell you, it wasn't like that in Orlando.
There's another thing that they charge you for that I experienced is the entertainment fee.
That's some bullshit. I agree with you.
It was I can't remember the name of that spot, but it was over there in Stockbridge, and that was the first time I experienced that on Friday nights. And they have a band, and I had my birthday party there. And when people started getting their tickets, they were like, entertainment fee? What's an entertainment fee? So it was $5, everybody, $5, you know. And to me, I'm like, if that's something that you're providing at your establishment, why am I paying for it? I'm coming to eat. I mean, I may be coming to hear the band, but you know, if I want to go to a concert, then I pay for a ticket to a concert. But this is somebody that's, you know, I guess to me is if you hired the band, you pay for the band. But
I'm gonna tell you something worse than that, Sherry. And I know the spot. The tavern, JR's Tavern on Camp Creek. They charge an entertainment fee. Here's the crazy shit. It's a sports bar. I went in there one night to watch the Georgia game. Georgia was playing. And I ordered a drink. When I got my ticket, it was an entertainment fee. What the hell is an entertainment fee? Oh, yeah, we charge when there's big games on, when there's big sport events on. They charge an entertainment fee. Now, know this. I I buy one drink, get my receipt, pay for it. When I ordered my second drink, it was on there again. Hold on.
So every time
right. Every time you buy a drink, unless you just run an open tab every time you buy a drink or you close out your tab, they add the entertainment fee. And I had to tell her, you got to take this off. I paid on the last drink. But why? Camp Creek Marketplace in our community, an entertainment fee because I'm going to a sports bar to watch the game. It's crazy.
Yeah, they So I recently was in went to this, y'all know how this Benihana, one in Benihana where they cook and everything. Yeah, hibachi Benihana thing. So I went there, and everything's good, the food's good, everything. Then I look at the receipt, and like y'all are saying, they got this service fee thing. Like, what the hell are you talking about? Service fee. That means, and then they got a damn tip line. I'm like, hold on, you want me to pay a service fee and give you a tip? I'm missing something. I gotta be missing something.
Oh, hold up, bro. Check it out. So listen, first I'm gonna say this, Darren, and Darren to understand this. That's one of the reasons that I really liked Barley's. Because
you said Barley's?
Yes. Yeah, you remember
you
Barley's?
Street. Boy, that used to be my spot.
To my downtown?
Street.
Yeah,
yes.
I like Barley. Barley's nice.
Listen, on Fridays and Saturdays, it was the place to be. Yeah, you had to pay for parking. That was downtown, but to the point, they didn't own the parking lot. You had to pay, you had to get there early enough to get one of the free parking spaces if you wanted one. And the people that was working there usually took all of them. So that was just parking downtown Atlanta. So you dealt with that. Yes, you did have to pay a $25 fee to get in. But guess what? That $25 went towards your tab. It wasn't like you paid $25 and it was just there. It went towards you eating and getting your food and your drinks. The band and stuff was there on Friday and Saturday. Why? Because he knew people was going to come in and eat and drink when it was there. You didn't pay a service fee. Now, let me tell you something that pissed me the hell off that's going to probably stop me from going to Waffle House much of anything. I went to Waffle House the other day. These Negroes wanted to charge me because I was taking my food to go.
10%. Yep.
Hey, you got styrofoam is expensive.
I was like,
automatically 10%
me to go.
A 10% service charge and a 10% tip. Or 18% tip. One of the two.
I was like, to go?
Plastic fork, baby.
I was like, oh, dude. Yeah, I'm like, like I said, it's 3 places that I stopped going to in Atlanta because of that whole automatic gratuity thing. And I'm like, no, sir, we're not doing that.
And then the thing is, it's just disingenuous because why don't you just change the damn menu and cut it out with all these additional charges? You know what I'm saying? It's just let me know what I gotta pay up front so I can decide if I want that or not. Don't be tacking stuff on at the end. Crazy.
They won't pay their employees a livable wage.
They won't do that.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you what they're doing. They know you won't complain because if you tell them you ain't gonna pay it, ain't nothing they can do about it. Because they can't throw stuff on there that you didn't order, and they depend on us being regular people and just being mad and not coming back. But they done got that money because they can't charge you for something you don't know what it is. Next time they charge you, want to sit there and tell them to call the cops and watch them take it off. You can't make me pay. I'm here for the food. That's all you can make me pay for. Nothing, no more, no less, unless you have it posted, not at the bottom of the menu. But you got to tell me that when I'm coming in. Oh, we charging $5 for sit downs. We charging $7 for this. You can't. And they do it, and we don't like it. And I'll tell people stop going, and I guarantee you to go away because everybody don't do it. But you got a tax. You got a tax for tax fee. It's fucking ordering pizza. Why am I paying a delivery fee and tipping the driver?
Right.
You already paying him mileage and he getting a tip, but now I gotta pay for delivery and tip. And some of them drivers, they be waiting on tips. But it's like, okay, well, it's an easy way for me to increase my pocket and keep my people lower. And that's why, I have a hard time with anybody who takes these jobs that underpay you. Because to me, make better decisions. Make better decisions. If you're willing to choose a job that underpays you, don't expect me to starve my family to make you feel good. I've been to restaurants where I've tipped really well. The service was phenomenal. But I've been to other restaurants where they say they want to force you to a gratuity when it took me 20 minutes to get a glass of water. Why in the hell I got a tip? No. And that's why I get why Europeans don't do it, because they said it creates a class system. And it's funny because the rich lady say if you want good service, you tip when you come in there. That way you ensure good service. But when you go other places, when you take away that elitism, everybody gets treated good because they already getting paid. So, because my theory is, Joe hires me. Joe paid me $2 an hour. Joe pays me $2 an hour. Joe pays me $2 an hour. I want y'all to tell me what job that you can ever work in America where your employer can pay you less than everybody's supposed to talk what he paying. Your employer's supposed to pay you the most.
I don't even
So
understand
Joe
how
pay me
we.
$2. Roy coming there to eat his meal, and I want a $5 tip. Well, shit, that's 2.5 hours worth of work, and I only wait on him for 25, 30, at best an hour, and it's like, nah, I'm gonna pay you what your employer pay you because that's what you signed up for.
And DVP, you're not getting the whole tip. You probably got to split some of it with the cook.
Cook get paid because they the one who making the food. They getting paid. You splitting it with
I don't
I know, but you got to
understand.
split tip.
I don't understand how nobody's brought a class action lawsuit that restaurants are still able to charge less than minimum wage. It makes absolutely no sense to me that the people in that industry have not put together a thing that says you should not be able to pay. Nigga, McDonald's is paying $15 an hour. Don't tell me that these restaurants can't afford it. If McDonald's can pay $15 an hour, you can do it. Well, what did McDonald's do? We ain't gonna lie. McDonald's and Burger King, because I went to Burger King, they done took their prices up to accommodate them $15 an hour.
They have. Yeah. And I'm gonna tell you a story like this, Roy. Early 2000s, me, my uncle, I remember, I never forget, he had a conversion van. We went 20 grand, Old National. We leave the club, we stop at Waffle House on Old National to get food. And it's about, like I said, it's about 10 of us. And I got one uncle that's paying for all the food. So as they're preparing the food, he's taking it, handing them people their food, they go into the van and eating. When he got the ticket and he saw the gratuity on the takeout, what the hell is that? Yeah, we charged that on the takeout. He went to the van and got everybody food and took that shit right back in there and didn't pay for it. That shit was so funny because I'm like, damn. Even ate half day food, he took all that shit back in there and told him I'm not paying gratuity on the takeout. And like I said, that was early 2000. Now they charging you for the containers and shit that your food go in. That's what that other 10% service charge is for, the containers and silverware that you're taking out at Waffle House. What I do, I go in there and sit down, let them bring my food to, let me get this to-go box, and then I leave.
Yeah, I don't blame your uncle, man.
I don't tip a soul.
I went through I did the same thing, because I don't blame your uncle, because I went to, this was I don't know what, McDonald's was on something. They was on something, but I went to McDonald's, man, and I was like, I want a chicken McNuggets and burger and whatever, right? So they gave me the food, and it didn't have any barbecue sauce or anything. I said, y'all. Yeah, you know what? It's already. I said, hey man, y'all forgot the barbecue, the little barbecue tub. He said, no, you got to pay for that. I said, what? He said, no, we charge for those. I said, hold on a second. I took a bite of the cheeseburger. I don't like this. Put it back in the bag and say, here, take that back. I said, ask your boss how much he lost right there, because y'all want to charge for a stupid ass barbecue sauce.
But you know what? So here's the thing. Supposedly, if you didn't get nuggets, you got a burger. That's probably why the only way that they give it, and this is everywhere now, it's crazy. The only way that they give you the barbecue sauce, the sweet and sour, whatever it is, you have to buy nuggets. Because I don't eat ketchup. So I'm like, no, I don't want ketchup. Give me barbecue sauce. Oh, it's right. 50 cents for the barbecue sauce. The hell, I want it for my. They're like, no, unless you buy nuggets, you can't get the sauces. I'm like, that is the dumbest damn thing I've ever heard.
Stupid.
It is.
You ready for that judge video?
I actually think I want to hold on to that one because I want to do the. Can you put it in my media asset? Because I think I'm gonna do it. I don't know if we're gonna have time today. Sherry, did you get my message? You ready?
I did.
I want to get on Sherry's because we got an hour left, and I think this is gonna probably be our last topic for this one. So Sherry, tell us what you got.
So my question is, when you're married, and you're dealing with your in-laws, right? Specifically, for me, specifically men and their mothers. So who comes first between your wife? Now I know who's supposed to come first, but who comes first? Like, who matters most? Let's say hypothetically, DVP mama don't like me. Let's just say she don't like me for no reason. Now she just don't like me because she like whoever he used to be with. Okay, so I go over to DVP mama house with him, and you know what? I'm just gonna give y'all the scenario. So my middle son's mom didn't. His grandmother didn't like me. Not because I did anything. She didn't like me because she liked the girl that he was with before me. So when he and I got together, it was in 91. When he and I got together, before me, he used to send money to her, like, just helping her out or whatever. And when he got with me, he stopped sending money because now he's got me and my daughter living with him that he got to take care of. I didn't tell him to stop sending money. I didn't even really know he was doing it until she had sent a letter, and I read the letter. He didn't know I read it, but she said to him, I don't know what that bitch doing to you. I don't know if she blowing in your ass or what. I was like,
Well, did you blow on his ass?
no. But she was
Tell the
like,
truth, shame the devil.
I don't blow in nobody's ass. So, but anywho, she was like, you haven't sent me money in a while, and so I think she was blaming that on me. And so then I had a baby with him, and the baby, well, he was about a month old, I think, at the time. So we drove to Virginia to visit, and he says that we were gonna stay at his mama house, not me, So he already know his mama didn't like me, and this fool talking about, well, I'm finna go hang out with my boys, blah blah. I'll be back. I said, you ain't finna leave me by myself here, whatever. So we in the room talking, and she come in there and she says, why he can't go hang out with his friends? She said, you a stupid bitch. I said, you a motherfucking bitch. Yeah. So he like, whoa. I said, I ain't got to take this shit. And I went and grabbed my baby. My baby was laying on the sofa, and I went and grabbed just kind of with one hand. She said, you don't grab my grandbaby. Like, I said, fuck you. And I walked on out the door. And
I see why she didn't like you.
She just, because she liked the girl before me.
Oh, okay.
And so I went over to his dad's house, and he dropped me off over his dad's house, and then he went back over to his mama house. And when he came back over to his dad's house the next day, his daddy told him, he said, let me tell you something. He said, you don't never leave your woman by herself. He said, and go over there and stay with your damn mama. He said, don't do that shit again. So
the fuck?
Like I said, that was a long time ago. But so my question is, whose side as a man, y'all got mothers, whose side would you be taking, and how would you handle that if you had a mom like that?
Let me say this before they pick a side. Remember, we started the show off talking about men and males. See, a man, when I was dating somebody, if I had, for whatever reason, let's say we go out of town, but let's say we live out of town and I come home. Well, if I come home with myself, I normally stay with my mama. But if I come home with a girl, we're staying at a hotel. Because I lose all control. I lose all control when I'm in somebody else's house, especially my mother's house, because that's her house. I don't run shit. So why as a man would I bring my woman? Because at my mother's house, my mama can legitimately say, hey, y'all can't sleep in the same room. And there ain't shit I can say.
Mm-hmm.
If I stay in a hotel, she got no rule over that. So, but before we give that just go, because you should never be put in that situation. My kids know if you come stay here, hey, I'm still a little old school. y'all can't sleep in this. You know, I'm a little bit better now, but there was a time now y'all can't sleep in the same room. Get your hotel if you want to be grown. Do what grown people do. Get your own shit. But when y'all here, I don't want y'all to act like y'all might accidentally get into some adult things and I got to hear noise in the middle of the night. That's just not what's going to happen. So be a grown up, get you a place, and then y'all come back over here for breakfast or dinner. We'll meet somewhere. So I'm gonna say that before y'all give y'all opinions. But I seen Joseph rocking his head. So Joe, let's hear from you, sir.
Nope. I was just gonna say if you're gonna use DVP as an example, his mother didn't like him, so that's not a good example.
Oh,
Damn.
Shots fired. Ooh.
Hey, but I'm gonna just tell you a quick funny story. The first time I came when I was in the military, this is 85, 86, I met a girl in Macon and I wanted her to meet my mama. So I did bring her home. You know what I'm saying? I'm fresh. I put her in my room and I slept in the living room because I thought my mama didn't want us to be together. So I'm gonna do the right thing because I ain't, we're in the military. We ain't got that kind of money. At 1:30, my mama walked in there and she said, "Hey," I said, "What?" She said, "You and your girlfriend fight?" I said, "No." She said, "Well, why the hell are you sleeping on my sofa?" I said, "For real, mama?" She's like, "Yeah." So I got off the sofa and I laid on the floor. So
motherfucker retarded.
Yeah, because I'm thinking, damn, the sofa ain't never been that damn special. But if you don't want me on your sofa, this your shit, I'm just gonna lay on the floor. And she was like, "So now why your dumb ass laying on the floor? What's wrong with your bed?" I was like, "Mama, there's a girl in my bed." She's like, "I know, I was here when you brought her." I was like, "Oh." She's like, "Do y'all sleep in separate beds when y'all not here?" And I was like, y'all have to understand my mama. To this day, I've never admitted to having sex with my mama, and I never will. Never ever. I was like, "No, mama, we don't do that. We don't do that. We sleep with pajamas and covers and all the other good shit if we ever happen to be in the same place." But my mama actually made me go get in the bed. And I was like, when I went in the room, she was like, "What you doing?" I was like, "My mama told me to get my ass out her living room." I didn't know what to do because I thought that was the wrong thing. But like I said, I'm a soldier. I can't afford no hotel.
I'm about to call him radio.
Yeah, stick with that story, man. I ain't buying
Radio.
So go, Joseph. So remember, and his son, and now mind you, your mom doesn't like me, and you know that she don't like me. There's no reason she don't like me other than she liked Belinda. You know what I mean? So and she may think that because you stopped sending her money, that it's my fault that I may have said something.
Sherry, let me jump in because that's what I was gonna say. The first thing you got to know, if your mom and them don't like somebody. So let's be clear about that anyway. So like Darren said, y'all shouldn't have been in his mama house in the first place.
Why you didn't go to the dad house?
We was taking the baby because she hadn't seen the baby.
Oh, so
but you stayed with the dad.
Y'all wasn't staying overnight. You were just there visiting, showing the baby.
Yes, I was gonna stay over his dad's house anyway because I liked his dad and his wife.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. See, I mean, and Yolanda, I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that because at some point, especially once you get grown, when your mama wrong, and if your mama don't like a new person just because she like the old person, that ain't your fault, and that ain't. And we gonna use Sherry as an example. That ain't Sherry's fault. So, just like his daddy told him, when he got up and left his mama's house, he should have stayed where you was at. He was wrong for that. Now, what you should be able to do as a woman, and this is where I'm getting into my opinion, you don't want to antagonize the situation. Now, you reacted. So this is a different situation. I'm not saying that you antagonize. If somebody cuss at you that you already know that you don't like, I give you 1 or 2 times, and I'm gonna remove myself from the situation.
Hold on. See, him and I were having a discussion, and she overheard us because he was gonna leave me there while he go hang out with his friends. So I'm telling him, I'm not staying here. And right. She hears the conversation. She said, "Why he can't go hang with his friends? You ain't nothing but a bitch." This wasn't even her conversation.
That's why I say you reacted. That's not you antagonizing the situation. That's you reacting because she done already jumped into something that she don't even have a full picture on and know what the deal is. And she know that y'all got tension, so she know you don't want to sit there up under her with ain't and no buffer with him not being there. I think that's a man. Like that's what Darren said. There's a difference between a man and a male. You a male because you got a penis. That's what that is. You get that's genetic. You can't control that. A man is not going to put a woman that he loves in that situation. I'm sorry to tell women this now. If you with a man and he taking his mama side over you, and you know that you ain't done nothing, especially, you need to leave that joke alone. Because he gonna be a mama's boy. Like, that's why I tell people, I absolutely salute your boy. What's his Marlon Wayans? I think that's the one. Marlon. He said, I ain't married. No, he said, I ain't getting married because I don't want no other woman to think she coming for my mama. He understand who he is.
Yeah.
He understand that. And any woman to get with him already understand. She like, you got all this money. All right, I'm gonna let you jump up and down on me. I ain't got to be bothered with your mama. We ain't got to get married. You gonna have to make a choice. But a man is gonna tell you what the deal is from the rip. And he gonna check his mama. He gonna check anybody in his family. Cause see, and Yolanda, this is to the point. You are his choice. If you are his choice, that man is gonna do everything in his power to protect you from whoever.
All right, Mo, your turn.
Yeah, so from the context of the story, I understood that there's kids involved. If you already had kids, yeah, mama is out.
We only had one.
Doesn't matter how many. Oh. Mama's out of order. You already got kids. Right. The relationship's established. Yeah, it's too late for mama to be having a grudge and being angry and mean. If it's my lady, yeah, mama gotta go. I'm done with mama. I know everybody ain't agree with that, but that's just me. You know, it's time for me to. I already grew my wings and took flight, and I'm off on my own. I'm establishing my relationship. I'm establishing a family. Mama, I love you. I'll call you every now and then, but I can't deal with that. You keep that.
All right, Mark.
One thing that Roy said that I'm gonna disagree. You said that because he allowed his mother to do those things, then he's a male. He's not a man. Sherry didn't give enough context. Sherry, when y'all at home, did he do everything for you that consisted of what you would consider a man? Mm-hmm. See, so we can't go back and say because this one situation, he not a man. But let's move forward past that. I agree with Mo. The thing is this. You're the choice. If I choose to be with a woman, my mama opinion doesn't matter. You know how you hear a lot of people say, when my mama said she went good for me, I should have knew that. Mama know best and all that old bullshit. I don't agree with that at all. He chose you. He should have checked his mama about it. But some people from back in then, those days, because we talking about early 90s, some people, we as a people still thought that speaking back to or talking to our parents or telling them how I feel was a sign of disrespect. It's only now that I'm much older to realize that speaking to them and telling them how I feel is not disrespectful. It's expressing my feelings. So back then, in the early 90s, mid 90s, early 2000s, I thought it was a sign of disrespect to say certain things to my mama. So I probably would have let her say whatever the fuck she said, but I would have got the hell on, even at that point. Even if I didn't say anything in your defense. We leaving, because at that time, he's saying anything to my mama would have been a sign of disrespect. So we would have left. Now, my only issue is that he took you to his dad's house, but he went back to his mama's house. That shit is weird as hell. And I can't explain that type of shit, but you know, people have those weird, men have those weird connections with their mother. You know, it depends on how they were raised, you know, but I agree. You should have been the one I lead with, even if I don't say anything to my mom about the disrespectful or, you know, anything that back then in the 90s. Now I check my mama and keep it pushing and wouldn't give a damn if I ever talk to her again in life. But back then I give him a little grace because, like I said, it was a sign of disrespect. But get the hell away from her and cut off at all costs.
And at that time too, I was 21, he was 22 or 23. So,
Mhm.
you know, we were still young.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's actually good context because that kind of makes a difference, but still my reaction would still be the same, but I understand why she thinks she can do that at that age. If you was
Mhm.
30, 35, nah.
It'd have been a different
Get
story.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That does change the context of the mother's conversation. But at my point, she's still wrong.
Oh,
Facts.
she's
Again,
wrong. I completely
her
agree. She is
animosity,
wrong.
right? Yeah, her animosity is because she just likes the other girl better. She probably never even sat down and took time to talk about to try to get to know you. She just
Now,
wanted,
the
usually
funny
that's how
part
that is.
is,
Sherry was a home wrecker.
shut up. The funny part is that when he and I broke up, her and
Y'all
I got
became best
close.
friends. Best
Yep.
friends.
And I'm talking about we were tight, you know. So
Yeah, because you
She
weren't a
just knew
threat.
you weren't good for. She just knew you weren't the right one for her son. That's all.
but I'm gonna tell you
No,
what she said.
you weren't a threat, Sherry. No. You weren't
She
a threat to
said,
her.
right. Well, she told me that when her and I would sit down and talk, because my son ended up moving with them when he was 1 year old, so they raised him. And so that's another reason why, because I reached out to her and I said, you know what, look, you know, we might not ever be the best of friends, but we need to have a decent relationship because my son, you know, lives with you, you know, and his dad. And so she was like, you know, okay, you know, and we were cordial for a while. But like I said, when I was no longer with her son like that, she wanted me to be with him then, but that's because he wasn't shit. And she told me, she was like,
I was
he's
about to
a
say because
whore.
she knew who her son was.
Yeah, she said he's a whore and a liar. That's what she told me.
She's a hater. Because she hated you and her son.
Well, she said he was a whore and a liar. She wasn't lying either, because he was. So,
Hater.
Look up this term
so
called
What type of mom tells on their son? The
DVP,
nerve
you
of
ain't
her.
tell
Who
us what
realized
you
who her
think.
son is?
Well, because I can't be wrong in my own house. I'm gonna just stick with that. So I know somebody said she was wrong. You can't be wrong in your own house. In my house is my rules. If you don't like them, you know, have a frosty mug or shut the fuck up and get out. So I can't say she was wrong. It's her house. I'm gonna stick with him, even at 21, and I'm gonna stick with the overall premise. You can't be a situational man. Men are men. It's like being an adult. Adults are adults all the time. You can't pick and choose when you want to be an adult. And we love to, we love to keep giving situations. You either are or you aren't. It's like pregnant. So I'm gonna be in this situation where there's no stress, but soon as stress hit, I wanna not be. And but like I said, see, it does matter to me if my mom likes my choice, but she can't veto it. But I would like her to like them. But if she don't,
Right.
I'm okay with that too, because at the end of the day, it's my ultimate decision. But because I value her and I value her opinion, I would want to know why she doesn't like it. See, and with me being my mom's only son, you know, the word is she's never gonna like any woman I bring home. And I would disagree. My mom only wants to make sure that whoever I bring home, in her eyes, she need to see that whoever I'm bringing values me. And if she don't see that, it's kind of like anything else. We learn in relationships. We're like, oh, my mama this, whatever. All of us have been in bad relationships, and somebody close to us told us that it was a bad move because they saw something that we didn't see because we was in the limerence phase or the lust phase or whatever, and we chose not to listen. Yeah, so the bad decision is yours to make. But like I told my mama, because she actually told me one day she didn't like one of my choices. I said, but you never told me that. And she's like, well, I didn't want to do this. I said, well, you can't make up my mind for me, but I depend on you to give me your honest opinions. If you see something I ain't seeing, it's not fair to me for you not to tell me. Same thing I would tell any of my friends. If you see something in somebody I'm dating, I expect you to give me your honest opinion. You can't change my mind though. If I want to have a fucked up life, it's still my choice. But again, you can't be wrong in your own house.
Hold on. I want to disagree with you on that. And what I'm and to a point, being disrespectful to me just because it's your house it doesn't mean I haven't done anything for you to be disrespectful to me and call me a stupid bitch. Just because I'm talking to your son about not, it's a conversation between me and him in a relationship. To me, that's being disrespectful. Even though it's her house, I didn't want that disrespect.
And I get you. We don't want it. So
I said warranted.
You got to control the narrative. Some shit happened in my house recently, and the cops were involved, and the cop said, "I'm gonna need y'all to stop talking." And I said, "Hey, whose house is this?" And she looked at me. I said, "So what is it I can't say in my house? So the person who don't like what's going on, they can get the fuck on." And the cop just looked at me, and she was like, "Damn, because you can't tell me what I can and can't say in my house. Everybody got the right to leave." So even though you perceive the disrespect, and I'm gonna stick with this, it's her house. He should have never brought you there, especially if he knew that she wasn't cordial with you. Because most of us hope that our parents or our significant or whoever in our life, they have some tact and they won't say certain things in front of you to make you feel uncomfortable. Because the minute my mother makes you feel uncomfortable, she makes me look like like I don't have no control. So there's a double issue going on, which is why I say I ain't going over there. If we coming in town, I'm gonna stay somewhere else. We can go see her. We can go see her. And the minute they start getting uncomfortable, we are leaving. Not I'm leaving. I'm not finna pull my mama to the side and tell her to calm down because it's her house. I got choices, but it's her shit. She can't come up here and tell me what to do because this is my house. What they always say, there's only one queen. My mama can't come into our house and start telling you what to do. You can't go to her house. So I mean, I'm a staunch believer in that. Whoever, king run their castle, queen runs her castle. So, was she wrong? And that's how we feel about it, but it's her shit, I know people who are disrespectful in their house. I just don't go to their house because it's their house. So if they want to be disrespectful, if they want to be loud, if they want to be nasty, who am I to tell them how to run their house?
I mean, and I agree with that. I mean, and I would.
She was still wrong, D.
That's what I'm saying.
Mama's still wrong, man.
How? It's her house.
Disrespect is disrespect. It doesn't matter where you are. Being disrespectful to someone
everybody
can take something.
Everybody can take something disrespectful because that's how they feel.
But listen, no. Listen. How do you take somebody calling you a stupid bitch differently,
bro?
It ain't but one way to take that, dog. I'm like,
bro, if that's how you feel, I don't call people stupid bitches, and that's how I felt. And for me, it was a fact. Was I being disrespectful?
Okay, well, Darren, again,
I was just keeping it real.
I'm gonna tell you. Remember something that you said before? Hold on.
Have y'all not seen stupid ass people and y'all chose not to call them stupid, but y'all still knew they were stupid ass people. Y'all just chose not to say it. Right? I'm gonna remind you of something that you said in years past. Just because it's a fact doesn't make it right. It doesn't make. They could be dumb as a bag of fucking rocks, but it's still disrespectful for you to call somebody out their name, especially in anger, because in that sense. That's the part, and I think that's the part I agree with you. That was just wrong. The mother was wrong again, but the ultimate issue was the dude. The dude was the ultimate issue because as soon as she called you a stupid bitch, before you even had a chance to say anything, he'd be like, "Mama, we about to go," and got y'all. And you and the baby should have left. Y'all should have left the house, and he should have stayed gone. He should have stayed the night with you and the baby, just like his daddy said. And then when he went, either called his mama or went back over there and expressed how he felt about that. But that's my point. Listen, you are a temporary dick there. What you say? How you put it? Layaway. If he done bought you and he wants you and you his choice, he is not gonna let his mother talk to you that way. Listen, if I take my banana pudding, if I take my banana pudding up to Joe's house and Joe say my banana pudding tastes better, is that disrespectful?
Nope.
It's his opinion. It's like the mama thought the sheriff was a stupid bitch. That's her opinion. It's her house. There's nothing. You can't be wrong on your opinion in your house. We don't have to like it. We can call it whatever we want to. But if that was her truth, that was her truth. We can't sit around and keep trying to keep. Oh, now in her house, her rules. Her house, her rules. If
I get what you're saying.
Mo house and pass gas, and Mo tell me to get my stinking ass out. Oh, that's disrespectful. He's saying I'm stinking, but I'm passing gas in his shit. He get to make up the rules. It's his house. He can't say shit in my house.
But see, Darren,
I
Darren,
agree.
think about
I agree with
Darren,
Roy said. Disrespect, no matter where it is.
but Darren,
disrespect is
Sherry, hold on.
disrespect.
She
Let
stated
me get
her
it this way,
opinion.
Darren. Hold up, Darren. Hold up. You just You just used two scenarios that were the same that are completely different than what Sherry's talking about. You said if you went into Mo's house and farted, and Mo said that's some stinky shit, get out. Because you farted. It's something that you did. If you went to the other person's house and he said that your stuff tastes better and you had an issue with that, you gave him the stuff to do that. Sherry was standing there talking to her son, and she turned around and called her a stupid bitch. She ain't say nothing to her mom.
So it's exactly the same. She was talking to this lady's son and this lady's
No.
house.
He a grown ass man.
How come I can't finish? If I let you finish, Roy, in my house, if you start a conversation in my house and I think it's stupid, I can call it a stupid fucking conversation. This is my house. You can say it's disrespectful. It's my house. You start a conversation and go stand outside and have this conversation. You don't have to like it, but it's my domain. Whose rules are we using in my domain? Mine. This ain't a democracy at my house. It's an autocrat. Whatever D say go. If D say everybody drinking ginger ale or they ain't drinking at all, guess what? Well, I'm allergic to ginger ale. Okay, leave. Yeah, but there's nothing we debating about in my house. So I hear what y'all trying to say. She could have used better etiquette. She could have not said it. You can't make me be disrespectful in my house. These are my rules. And if Joe want to argue with somebody in my house, if I think he's stupid for having an argument, guess what? I can call him stupid. Oh, that's disrespectful. It's still my house. It's still my house. And if I think the argument is stupid, I can say what I want to say. Whether y'all
We're going to
like
agree
it or not,
to disagree on that.
ain't nothing to disagree about. How can we disagree on my opinion? See, to me, that's the craziest statement ever.
We're not talking about a place.
Opinion.
We're talking about disrespect. Take the place out of it. Take the place out of it.
The place is the whole thing.
No, it doesn't matter. When somebody walk up to you and say something that you didn't want for them to say, you did nothing for them to do that, then that's disrespect is disrespect. That's just like saying, I'm in your house. It's okay for you to walk up and stab me and cut my throat, and I ain't did nothing.
We talking about words. We're talking about words. So you can't compare words to stabbing you is against the law. Calling you stupid. Joe, help me out. Is calling somebody stupid against the law?
No, it's not.
It's stabbing somebody against the law, Joe.
But what I'm saying,
Joe, is stabbing somebody against the law.
Disrespect is disrespect. Period.
Yeah, hold on. Yeah, because you're not even considering the man. You got to consider the man. This ain't a law
did.
thing.
He was the first one I said that was wrong. He should have never did all that. But once he did,
did he lose D? Oh, there you
anybody that don't know how they mom and dad act, that already put them in a different category, because our parents ain't all of a sudden changed who they were in 10, 15, 30, 40 years. So we already know how they are. So why put them in that situation? Why? Yeah. That's on us. That's why you can't be a part-time adult. You can't be a part-time leader. Either you accept the role or you don't. So when he put her in that situation, knowing how his mom is, that's how his mom is.
I don't think that he thought his mom was going to say anything while he and I were talking. You see what I'm saying? While he and I
Sherry,
we
you know
were
what?
talking.
That's the one thing we agree
on. DVP. We were in a room talking.
In her house.
And ain't nobody saying she can't eavesdrop and all that. She can do what she want to do. That's her house.
Exactly.
But to call me out of my name when I had done nothing, that's disrespectful. Period.
To you.
No, to
he knew
anybody.
Who she was. He knew who she was. She ain't just turned that way, Sherry. I guarantee. Listen, Joe, Mo, Mark, Roy, y'all know which one of y'all grandparents will say anything anytime they feel like it, don't you? Don't you? So it's certain people you don't put in them situations, because if it come to their head, it's gonna come out their mouth, and we gonna make excuses for them, like Sherry doing for this dude, because women love to make excuses for dudes.
Oh, I ain't made no excuses for him.
Yeah, because he shouldn't have started a conversation with you there. So, see, it's
he was finna leave me there.
So again, he was making a bad decision. So he putting you in the line of fire. Yeah. He know how she felt about you, and he gonna leave you there by yourself. See, that's
why I said you wasn't his choice.
He know how she is. He know what she is. See,
and that's why I say he's a male in that situation.
But you know what I ain't gonna never do? Yeah. I ain't gonna never take any girl I date, and the first time they meet my mama, leave them there with her. Hell no. I don't know what she gonna say, good, bad, or if she may decide to tell them a story about some shit in the 3rd grade. It's not finna happen without me being there. Now, after they got a history and I know what, but the leave, and I already know. Listen, he already knew she didn't care for you. Cause boy, when you got a mama like that, they will let, hey, I don't really like her. I don't really like so and so. You already know. Well, I'm gonna make you like.
I was about to ask you how long after that did y'all stay together?
Oh, we ain't stayed together long. The baby at the time was probably like a month, maybe 2 months. About 2 months, because he was real little. And we broke up probably like 8 months later, because when the baby turned 1, I told him that when we break up, whatever I came with, that's what I'm leaving with. I had one little baby. So this one came when I was with you, so you gonna take this one with you.
How many times had you met this mom before you got pregnant?
I never really met her. She came down to visit. She came. Wait a minute. She came down to visit, and we were all over his friend's house. And she spoke to everybody but me. I can tell you that. She wasn't rude to me, but she just like, and to me that's rude, not speaking. Like she was like, hey Darren, hey Mo, hey Roy. And that was, she called everybody names. She didn't say nothing to me.
Okay,
and to me, I'm okay with that. I don't have a problem with that. When you call me out my name, I don't care where we at. I don't care who you are. I'm gonna check you.
Darling, see, when y'all was at somebody else's house, see how she kept her composure? Because but she didn't like you long time before that. That's why she didn't speak to you. And we'll say it's rude, but on the other hand, I'm gonna go to Mark, cause I'm waiting on Mark. She was keeping it real. She don't like you. See, I will go to a room and I ain't speaking to nobody I don't like. I don't give a shit. I will say, what's up, Joe? What's up, Mo? What's up, Roy? What's up, Sarah? If I don't like Mark, I'm not finna act like we cool just because there are people present. I think we call that shit being phony. So why should I be phony for the crowd if I don't mean it?
Right.
No upfront, I don't like
that's
you,
what I liked about her. Right. She kept it real. That's how we got tight.
If Mark know I don't like him because I don't speak to him with other people around, then the last thing Mark want to do is come to my shit and think it's going to get better. Because she was polite at somebody else's house. And she was polite because she didn't say nothing out the way. But when you came to her shit, and Bud already knew she didn't like you because she didn't speak to you in front of him, and he didn't say nothing then, he knew. It's like he started the fire. I just want to see this shit go down. What the hell I look like? Joe and Mo don't get along. And I have a luncheon and I invite both of them. I know they don't get along.
But you got to remember, I was taking the baby to see her. We ain't talking about you, though,
we talking about the dude and his mama with her mean ass.
Yeah. So but I'm saying
he set you up.
Yeah. Did you do something wrong?
She said she wanted to see her grandbaby, and at my baby 1 month old, 2 months old, I ain't finna let him drive to Virginia with my baby. So of course I'm gonna be cordial. When I walked in, I said, "Hey, everybody," like that. I ain't calling on that. Hey, everybody. And, everybody was like, "Hey, whatever." And that was that. We didn't have no words. Everything was fine until me and him was in a room talking, and she walked by, and she didn't like the fact that I didn't want to be left by myself.
I hear everything you saying, darling. And at 1 month old, you know what? Anybody who want to see my baby gonna come to my house where they're under my control. I ain't taking my baby nowhere around strangers, because that's when we most protected. That's when they most susceptible to shit. Because I don't want nobody kissing my baby. I don't want nobody breathing too hard on my baby. So no, we're not finna do no traveling. So mom, if you want to see this baby, if you can't wait till the baby turns 6 months after they had their first set of good shots, you'll be all right. You'll be all right. I had a preemie. My then wife tried to have an attitude with me because I told the nurses, don't nobody get to see my son but me and her. She told her mom and daddy to drive up from Alabama. And they just happened to show it when I was there. Hey, man, I stood at the door like the sergeant arms. Y'all ain't going that player. Our grandpa, I wouldn't give a fuck if he was baby Jesus. Unless his ass get up and walk out here to meet y'all not finna go in there and see him. She was like, oh, that was wrong. We done had this conversation. He a premium. Ain't nobody finna see him. Ain't nobody. My mama ain't been down here and she live around the corner. I don't know what make you think it was cool to tell them to come up. So it's certain things that we don't have to like because, oh, that was disrespectful. They came all the way from Alabama. I don't give a shit. We talking about my son. My son, not their son. So I hear what y'all saying, and I wanna disagree. I wanna agree with y'all, but I can't, because I still respect the king of the castle doctrine, whether I like it or not. And if she was keeping it 100 in her world, I can't even be mad at her. If that's how she felt and she said it because Buddy knew, we don't like it. But if it was her truth, it was her truth. All truth don't come out politically correct. They don't.
So yeah, so but is the question whether she can do it or if she was wrong doing it?
No,
Or,
the question was she disrespectful? Are we ever disrespectful for telling the truth? Our truth. Are we disrespectful for telling our truth?
So
That's not a truth. That's her opinion. That's her opinion.
Which means it's her truth.
Your
That's her
truth,
truth.
but your
I
truth
didn't
can
say
be
it was her
wrong. Darren,
I
your
said it
truth
was
can
her
be
truth.
wrong.
Who got the best mama on this panel? That's all our truths. It ain't the world truth, but Joe think his mama great. I think my mama great. Mark think his. Everybody think their mama is great. It's our truth. It is what it is.
Here's the truth. Wake Mark ass up.
Mark went to sleep.
Hey, over there imitating fucking what's his name?
hey, it might be frozen. He might be frozen, or that damn drink he was having got to him. Oh shit!
No, that ain't frozen, player. That ain't frozen.
Mark,
Call us
hey, Mark,
Darren.
Oh,
is the clock working? Mark, get your ass up.
Yeah, it's working.
Darren, call his phone. Did you
I'm
put
not
him on
calling
full
his down.
screen?
Hold on. We're gonna just take him off. We're gonna take because I should just leave him up here so he can go back and see this later.
Yeah, let's take him off.
Let me take him off till he wakes up.
Joseph, we didn't hear from you. What are your thoughts?
Look, I'm gonna put this cannonball out here for you. There's a bunch of issues. There's a bunch of issues. First off, this cat. Is there a difference between men and boys, men and males? Yes, let's go there. But the other thing is that for a young man like that to allow his mother to speak to his mother of his child is not only, it is disrespectful. And yeah, okay, that you can, we can argue semantics about her truth and where it's said at, but the fact is, outside of that home, it is disrespectful. Let's segment each part and then let's try and put it all back together. First of all, to call someone out their name, again, for no apparent reason other than you don't like them, is wrong. Now, truths, as you call them, have consequences because in certain settings, that would have got you a pumpkin head or an ass whooping. So again, you put all that.
She about to get one, but go ahead.
I can believe that. I can believe that, Lucky Charm. I can believe it. But the other part is this. You still have a third party involved. That's that baby. So now you're going to bring all this into the environment. But for me, the real issue is this guy shows more of an Oedipus complex than anything else. And for those who don't know what I'm talking about, he has more attachment to his mother than to his wife or his woman. However you want to codify, that's up to you. But the fact remains that there is a progression of so-called rights and privileges granted at each stage. All right, so you left that home, you're now in this home with this woman, and this is your child. So the right that first person had doesn't necessarily translate down the road. So no, she shouldn't have said that to her, and she was dead wrong. Oh, Mark is up. Hey, Mark.
You woke up.
He spilled his drink. You know I'm telling the truth.
Hey man, see now what we did to Mark, was that disrespectful or was it what was that?
It was funny.
Hey, Mark, Mark, I'm gonna just tell you this, man, and this ain't nothing but love from my heart. You look just like Donald Trump when you was at that briefing.
Oh my God.
A black Trump.
Hey, but I'm gonna tell you this, Mo tried to help you out. Mo said the screen was froze, but we knew the screen wasn't froze because the clock moved.
Nah, hey man, I have to apologize. Woo, that 3:30 started early this morning. I apologize. Woo.
Man, that wasn't no 3:30. That's called a heritage attack, brother. Just get straight.
It went from 3:30 in this old forest. So woo.
Look, I had a nap.
No, Hey, that was sleep. He got the good. I don't think he was missing with the slum.
That's all. That's all.
Man, I was
But,
talking. I was talking to Sky Daddy. Leave me alone.
You were
yeah,
praying.
you were.
Hey, bro, if you ever go back and watch this video where we highlighted you for like 3 minutes, or you weren't
Hey,
praying, bro.
Cinnamon.
Hey, you gonna be you was trumping, bro. You was trumping.
Hey man, I'm up now. All right, go back. You had said something that was boring. I'm
No,
sorry
we,
now, but
we ain't say nothing. We ain't say nothing. Hey, somebody called you a sleep ass motherfucker. Hey, I tried to defend your honor because I was like, hey man, y'all can't say that. What's up, Cinnamon?
next week. I get back next week.
So do we need to start the show early for you next week so that your
No, I ain't gonna get my ass up at no 3:30 in the morning.
Thank you, Cinnamon. You're beautiful too.
Hey,
Well, thank you.
Cinnamon
Not
got a
you
book.
with
She gonna
your
come on here and
ugly
tell us
ass.
how to start a business. See, Cinnamon, you should have been here for the beginning. We're trying to figure out why these people charging so much for these businesses, and it costs so much. So we're gonna let you come in and share your book with us and tell us how to get a business started and not run our friends away with these highest prices. So let's. It's 7:53. So we gotta start getting ready to. We got to start getting ready to let it go. So we're gonna let Sleepy Joe go first and give us his parting shots.
Hey man, hey look, live your life. Don't let these people on this show define what you is. Stop spending all that goddamn money to go have a drink that's watered down and ain't worth a damn. And I'm gonna be wide awake next week.
You sure?
Yeah.
What you got, Mo?
Hey man, I hope everybody's enjoying the show. We laugh and joke, we have fun here, but at the same time, the information that we have is for teachable moments. We want people to learn from those and grow from them. Also want to tell you that get in touch with me. I got a lot of free programs. You'll learn more about them. There's an email right there in my name tag, the People's Society Discussions@gmail.com. Get in touch with me and I'll send you all the information. Programs are free just for enlightenment and knowledge and thought and everything else.
Mo, why it look like your head got a hole in it at the top? Like it got a dent in it.
How about there?
Okay.
He
all right.
hopeless. He hopeless.
Oh, okay. That's better.
Ooh,
I'm done, DDP. You can get me out of the screen.
Obi-Wan.
Love peace here.
Crazy.
What you got, sir?
I highly recommend Mo's 2 books, Perforated Fiber, and the second one, well, the first one actually, both of them I've gotten through, and I'm actually trying to develop a curriculum around the first one. I highly recommend them, and please pick them up at your earliest convenience. I highly recommend them.
Thank you, Joe.
And when you get his book, I just need to know if your book is signed, please screenshot me your signed copy. Cause we're gonna start some shit if anybody get a signed copy of this damn book. Cause I heard there's some out there. I heard that there's some out there.
Yep.
But can't nobody on the panel verify. Hold on. Joe, did you get a signed copy?
Oh yes. Would you like to see it?
Oh damn. Damn.
Hey, Mo, when I'm gonna get my book? Mo.
Hey, Mark, what it is Mo don't fuck with Southerners. I see that what it is. You know what I'm saying?
That's what it is.
He probably think we just a little country boy. But as Joe was saying, and I said it before, freedom of expression don't come without freedom of consequences. So, we laugh and we joke and we have a good time. And we're gonna do some more. We got a little unfocused, but we're gonna have some more. Oh damn! Hold on. Let me just.
Oh, that's some bull.
And they don't like no auto pen, Mo.
Mo.
You right, DVP.
Now, bro, we want to hear something. Cause see,
Mo don't fuck with us in Georgia.
Hey, listen, man, Joe,
Mo, that was disrespectful. That's disrespectful, Mo.
Hey, that was already on the way, man. It just got there. You know what I'm saying? That's all, man. That's all.
That's your final answer.
That's it, man. That's it. That's all I can say.
Yolanda, you still here? Come on, need an attorney. Mo need an attorney. Yolanda, you still do public defender work? Hey, Cinema, when you bring your book on, let me just say this. Either get some signed copies or don't give nobody no signed copy. Don't send one to Joe. And the host don't get one.
Yeah, Cinnamon, you see how they do, right? So yeah, make sure you get them.
See now, I got 2 books. And when I open mine up, mine don't say shit.
Not a damn thing.
Nothing. You know, I got 2. And I be recommending them to people.
And 3 weeks ago, he said you were like a friend to him.
Right. Clearly I'm that friend that owes some money. Okay, so Yolanda, you was a prosecutor, so we want to press charges against Mo. Cause I think it's elder abuse and it's discrimination. So
hey, Joe older than you. How's gonna be elder abuse, man? Joe older than you.
Cause you discriminate against me, brother. See, I'm gonna go watch School Days and say it's a dark light thing. Cause see, Joe light skin. So
yeah, that's what it is.
Dark skin brothers a copy. So I'm
gamma fag.
I'm just saying, you can get a dark skin brothers a signed copy, Mo.
I'm the same color as you.
But what I got to do? You got a signed copy. Me and Mark don't have a signed copy, but the not so dark guy, Sherry, you got a copy yet?
I don't even have a book.
Oh, so you discriminate against women and dark skinned brothers?
I didn't. Nah, what you talking about?
Yeah,
I don't got Sherry.
Yeah.
So what? He done broke out the pen. Now he signed the books to send to somebody. Yolanda, you ain't
to send to nobody. Right, we'll never get it.
You dark skin and you a woman. He don't do it. You know what I'm saying? This is
you asked that.
So I'm gonna just say this, you know, because I'm going to my corner and cry. Cause you know old people cry. We cry quickly. So before my tears start flowing, cause my feelings is hurt to the maxis. And Mark, me and you gonna have a date and have a drink. Hold on, has he got another book? Is that one signed too?
This guy crazy.
He got 2 signed books. Damn.
All right, that's it.
And I sat there and let him read the book to me. He didn't want to send me a signed copy.
Man, Yolanda said she ain't got no copy, man. Cinnamon ain't got a copy. All these people ain't got no copy, but Joe flexing. Joe flexing.
What they got to say about you, Mo? Why Joe the only one with a signed copy?
His name is Joseph.
I'm sorry.
Joseph.
It's flexing.
Hey, Joseph.
Y'all,
like Joseph Jackson.
Right, listen, I'm blaming my memory. Joe, the only one, sent me an email. There's an email right there. Send me an email. Send me your stuff, your address, and everything. I'll send it to you. Send me.
I'm gonna just say this before we go, because you know we don't see now. When the brother said on the show, you know, 9-12 weeks ago, he said, "Hey man, I want that shirt." I sent him that shirt.
You did,
because
you did.
How many times you gonna talk about that doggone shirt?
Until I get.
I think he should keep throwing that shirt up in his face, because he took the shirt off his back and sent it to him. And Mo wouldn't even sign his damn book.
Until I get some.
I'm with you, DVP.
Hey, Mark, wasn't you sleep a minute ago?
Wait now.
You just wake up and start arguing with shit.
I'm finna go make TikTok videos now.
Y'all gonna get off Mo now.
Ladies and gentlemen, when y'all come back next week, we might not look the same. It might be some changes up in there. It might be some changes. I ain't saying who ain't gonna get invited back, but I'm just saying.
Know Joseph Jackson got a book.
All together, 2 of these things are kind of the same.
So
Joseph Jackson got a signed copy. Man, he beat the book out of Mo.
And I'm just drinking water. I really should have got some tequila for this show, because I didn't know it was gonna be some elder abuse at the end.
Teaching the class with it, pumpkin. Now, how about
Joe,
that?
you're not helping me, man. You're not helping me, Joe.
Wait now, Joe. I'm being in Chicago soon, Joe. Joseph.
Hey, I see you back. Did you get a copy of the book? Did you get a signed copy of the book?
Hell no.
Oh, see, look at him. You know what we talking about. So clearly,
you on this man network every week and won't send him a book.
So clearly, he don't like Southerners. That's what it is. So
okay. It's a Georgia thing. It's a Georgia. Nobody in Georgia got a book.
Nobody.
Oh, so Joe, they fussing. Joe, I don't know nothing about what's going on, bro. I don't know.
It ain't Joe. It's Mo. Joe got the book.
Hey,
he be reading the book.
We got the book. We just ain't got a signed copy.
Joseph read the book.
Joe, the only one.
I have 2 books. I have 2 books, and they're both signed. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
Y'all know how my memory is. Joe, the only one emailed me and said, "Listen, I need one, brother," and I got it to him.
Wait, not only did I email him, I called this dude. Because he tried to wear it out on me. He was like, "Who is this?" I'm like, "Hey man, you ain't playing that." He tried.
Damn.
Mo. Let's have this cinnamon.
Wallow in self-pity and drown myself in some alcohol. So, Roy, somebody call you and tell you I've been drinking and driving. Blame that shit on Mo.
Maurice.
And yeah, so
hey, cut that out.
Maurice
peace, popcorn, and chicken grease. And if I don't ever see some of y'all again, it was nice knowing y'all. Can we get the camera things on the plate? I'm so glad we had this time together just to share that and realize that you mistreating the shit out of us. And it seemed like we was having fun. And before you know it, some of us just got dismissed from the show.
Bye, little Mo.